Heidi ho, Heidi hey, welcome to a special episode of DK. I will be recording this episode in post because we have some important stuff to do. So good news, I found out that we're going well on the story, but I also found out that there is no gate that requires a certain number of bananas or fossils for us to get through. We can go all the way to the end of the game and not touch a single banana ever again. We just need them for our skill tree and to feed DK pretty much. So that presents an interesting problem. Sometimes I'm going to need to collect bananas and fossils so we can get cool clothes, and bananas so we can get, you know, skills to make it easier and more fun. But I could just do that off screen, but at the same time some of those bananas might be in really interesting challenges, not exactly sure what to do. So one of two things will happen. I'm gonna do a banana montage basically this episode. We'll just go get a whole bunch of stuff. Or B, if we don't like that, you can let me know in the comments. I will just skip my banana collection and we'll focus mainly on the story, and maybe every now and then on another episode I'll have like 50 more bananas out of nowhere, if that's what you want. But this will be option A, where I just show a little montage of going around collecting bananas and fossils and stuff. Mostly bananas, and we have a good time. So I will be just talking about what happened. With that, here we go. So the canyon layer looks really cool. It's super duper, like, interestingly cowboy themed. The fractones are here, and I'm happy because they are adorable and awesome. They're so kind compared to everyone we've met so far. And the outfits in the canyon layer are pretty cool. So look forward to that. Also, we found out that when we build these little hideouts, every time we go to sleep, the first time in them, Pauline has some interesting stuff to say. And it's really pleasant and nice to hear, so we will be going back and making sure we don't miss any of those. And I also realized I was doing certain things wrong in this part, so we should have a nice, smoother playthrough going forward. There's a whole ton of music for us to collect, and I look forward to it, but the DK rap is probably the best. Right now, anyway.
Oh, that ledge outside makes me nervous. If you walked off it in your sleep? Yikes! Maybe if you tied one end of a rope to this bed and the other end around your waist, that'd keep you safe. Oh, no way. Now that I'm thinking about that drop-off, I'm never gonna fall asleep. Refreshed and ready to go.
So I actually really enjoy those conversations. They're cute. Two, we get a little bit of world building and learn about the past, and we don't know what happened before the game just yet, but through those conversations, I'm hoping we will. I really like this layer. The colors are great. It reminds me of going through Arizona and Nevada kind of area, which is cool, and I like the fractones look like giraffes, and we get some giraffe print stuff later, which is neat. Song is great. In the background, you can see like very colorful smoke coming out of what I assume are these like smokestack factories everywhere. And they found a way even to make like smokestacks look artistic and beautiful, which is great. I will be showing most of the bananas, and any fossils you see are just like kind of on the way to other bananas. But the fossils are pretty much everywhere. You just smash through rocks. They're not special. They're good. And we only seem to need them for clothes and for new fur colors for DK. And some of those fur colors are actually kind of like funky and cool, and I am not sure what to do. Maybe I'll rotate the colors every episode as we get them, or maybe just what colors are appropriate in certain areas. We shall see. There also appeared to be certain different kinds of fossils, which are pretty cool. And somebody who made this game really liked paleontology. That's what it seemed like. So normally when I play a game and I get to a town, I kind of sometimes don't like it because it halts your progress and you could be doing something vastly more interesting and you have to stop like the fun action to go and talk to people. But because we get to smash all the towns to bits, it is tolerable. And it's just shops and a few people saying basically Voidco stole their banana, so it's not like we're having long conversations. Good stuff. Okay, so now let's start jumping around. That was the town, you got to see it. Let's go. In some areas there were these little challenge blocks like this. I thought it was a race, but of course everything is punching. Everything is solved by punching, and punching is good. I actually really enjoy these. Some of these get pretty tricky later. And there we go. They're really like the Super Mario Odyssey challenge where Mario would like lose his hat and have to do some kind of challenge without Cappy, which is cool. Oh, I made a huge mistake with these things. I thought these things indicated that there was something buried under them. I was not reading at all that you're supposed to hand slap on them, and when I did it, I actually facepalmed in real life really, really loudly, and it hurt. But now we can get our earthbending on and have access to new heights, which is great. That's me sitting there feeling stupid. I'm sure somebody was looking at the screen thinking, oh, what idiot, why don't you read? Good one. The fossils are everywhere, it's super easy to find. It's like they want us to get the clothes they designed. And I'm not sure what's going to be the best outfit yet. DK seems to just get new pants. I'm hoping he gets new ties or maybe bow tie or something later. Pauline seems to get dramatically different outfits, and it's cool. Though she's always barefoot for some reason, which, I don't know, seems like would be problematic for a human person, but whatevs.
A banana!
This banana was just inside the mountain. There was nothing special about it. It's just hanging up there for some reason. And we're happy, and standing on thin air. Right outside, there was another banana on the front that was just kind of sticking out of the mountain, kind of weirdly. I don't know if any of these bananas are supposed to be like phallic jokes, but like sometimes when they're just sticking out of the side of the mountain, it makes me wonder.
A banana?
Good stuff. Beating up the random bad guys is very tactile and fun. I enjoy it. It makes me feel good. And sometimes when I go into Bananza mode, it's time for us to just punch in random directions and let all the stress of the day out. And it's great. I love it. I need more of it in my life. Anyone hasn't already played the game, I suggest upping the echolocation power because it is super duper useful. I would have upgraded it first if I knew what I do now.
Battle face on!
Did anyone watching this play Donkey Kong 64? It had... These battle challenges aren't new. There were, like, pads that you would stand on and they would teleport you to, like, little battle challenges exactly like this in DK64, and I kind of like that there are little homages to Donkey Kong Country, but also to a lot to Donkey Kong 64, a lot more than I thought there was going to be. And that game might have a lot of flack for having so many collectibles, but I think it's fun. Though I was young enough that I had enough free time to sit there for hours and hours and hours and collect everything. Yeah, I 100% of that game. I'll never do that again, but I did it. And I can say I did it. There were also less games back then, so it's more reasonable. I did not know that banana was there. I just wanted to punch that big pile of gold. So another thing is I'm not going to get all the bananas and fossils on our first path through of a layer. So every 2 layers or so, I will double back and scrape for fossils and bananas and talk to the people and find them out. If it's boring, I won't show it. We're just showing it this part just to show something that I would be doing between episodes that you may or may not find interesting, but though you may find it interesting, don't know. That guy talked about a banana that is like hidden under the town, and I couldn't find it. Couldn't find it for like 20 minutes. I like leveled the town down to like basically bedrock level of the metal, and you can see it under there, but you can't get to it. You have to swim from the side, and it was very frustrating. Literally, I didn't know what to do for a while, and that's why getting that yeah, it's just literally right there. It's not a problem. I felt really dumb again. That surfing on the water ability, super duper useful in this world. And there were more of these little triangular prism challenges. This one was really fun because we get to blow stuff up, and blowing stuff up is always good. Fun. DK likes blowing stuff up. This one also kind of like, if you do good enough, it's fine, because I don't think I get quite all the chunk. Look at that. There was some on the left. That was good enough. It's forgiving. But that's fine. Just one banana. They don't have to go nuts. Good stuff. So in searching for fossils and bananas, I'm starting to reprioritize the things I want, but also, we want to get that attack power up, not just to take down enemies, but to dig faster. So there are several things on the skill tree that are sticking out as more useful than other things. One huge change between Mario Odyssey and Donkey Kong Bananza is the clothing actually does stuff, besides being aesthetically appealing. Like, these things actually have positive effects, which is wonderful. I love all the clothes in Mario Odyssey, but it would have been so much better if those things actually did things, like maybe the race car driver outfit makes you faster or something, or maybe the astronaut outfit gives you low gravity. That would have been cool, like the moon gravity put in any stage. That would have made that thing hella valuable. So she gets her little summer outfit. Still no shoes for some reason though. Whoever made this game did not like shoes for anyone. Or maybe she's just trying to commune with her inner Kong. Who knows? I try and keep them matching, but that's just personal OCD, and it's good. And I can't help but keep looking at Donkey Kong's various poses because they're all hilarious. Especially that one. I love that, like, he's all determined pose. I don't know why you would do that pose while she's putting clothes on, though. Good stuff. I will say it's very pleasant to have this water world first. There wasn't a lot of swimming underwater, which is great. And like, water physics and ice physics are never very popular in games. There's just a water themed world that was just, you know, it seems cool and temperate and appropriately like kind of a resort town kind of a thing. It's a good way to keep you relaxed in the beginning. I like it. I don't always have to start with green, grassy plains all the time. There we go. So a lot of times when you're looking for bananas, you just punch through walls and find them, and you'll find them next to, like, a challenge you probably should have done, but you kind of skipped because you came in through the back entrance, and I feel bad for the people who have to make the challenges, and we totally skipped them. It happens like a lot more than I think they intended to have. Like, look at this. Like, there's a banana just there. And you get it. And you look around and it seems like there was a whole thing to get down there, but we're just not gonna do it. I did state this earlier, but the treasure chests are not in set locations. They just kind of appear around randomly, so you don't have to go nuts if you see a treasure chest or miss one. They're around and they give really useful items. Especially those hot air balloons will be super duper useful later. That's all I gotta say a few parts of that one. I like getting the bananas. It is satisfying. There's one of those air balloons. It's also a pleasing color for them. So remember that big, huge fossil we saw, like, in part 2? We got there, and we could break it up. Eventually, once I figure it out. The big old whale fossil, Splatoon would be proud. And look at that huge fossil. It's great, we're getting all kinds of clothes now. It's good stuff. There's other bananas just kind of here. Some of them are just platforming challenges, which is fine. I think the layers are all appropriately big, but not too big as to be, like, daunting. It's a lot to explore, but not too much to explore. They really honed in their craft since Mario Odyssey days, which is good. So we got a whole ton of fossils. Now we can run to the store and get a whole bunch of clothes. I like that there are variants on the colors. If you don't, I don't know why, it's like, if you want to change Pauline's color scheme just a little bit. I do like the fur things, the fur colors a lot better though. Though DK having to wash that dye out of his fur all the time must be a nightmare. Does anyone have a favorite color for DK? Because that blue looks really good. There are a lot of colors later, and we were only on like 3 or so layers, so I can't imagine how many colors there are going to be by the time we get to the end of the game, and maybe there'll be fur patterns, who knows, but they all look good, which is, they're like good shades of the colors, so good job on the designers. Now, to any of you who have not done any content for games before, it is actually kind of stressful. Even when it should be relaxing, you want to be funny, and which I'm not all the time. You want to be engaging, and you want people to have a good time, but you also sometimes want to play a game totally blind and you don't know what's going to happen. So when we got to this layer, and it was the exploration happy-go-lucky layer where you just kind of run around and explore at your own pace, inside I was freaking out because I'm like, oh god, this part's gonna be so freaking boring. You actually worry about that stuff all the time. But I think the fractones are alright, and if we contain all of it to this one part, we'll be left with nothing but action going forward, which is great. We're getting this nice chill layer out of the way now. And it's good. Bosses everywhere. I really like these, I don't even know what to call them. Material platforms? They're like, you throw a material at these like gray messed up blocks and it just makes a platform out of that material. No matter what the material is, it can be like stone, mud, earth, whatever. And I think that's really clever, and it's probably gonna make for some really hard platforming later. But I look forward to hard platforming, honestly. You play Mario games and they're like, you know, so difficult, but and then till you get to the very end of the post game and they give you like the crazy hard level, like the perfect run at the end of Super Mario Galaxy 2 or Champions Row at the end of Mario 3D World, or yeah, like the ending levels are always hard. Even in Mario Maker, they had those crazy Nintendo design levels that were like absurdly, stupidly, why would you make it that hard? And one of them literally took me an hour. And I saw the completion rate was like 5%, so I didn't feel so bad. But we do it because we love it. I really like the skill tree stuff because a lot of it is just useful, good stuff. Like, you can just roid out your HP if you're having trouble getting hurt or apple juice and stuff, but like there's good stuff like transforming faster and armor and just increasing the various gauges. There's whole new moves like the spin jump. I don't know if that's going to be useful, but you jump so high that could probably do something cool for platforming, plus, you know, like it from the Mario days. There's really good stuff, and some of it's going to be useful for some people, and other of it is not going to be useful for other people. Like, there are some people where echolocation might not be the best because they just don't use it, or don't use it well. But anyway, back to the platforming. So when you throw material at one of these weird gray blocks, it makes a platform of the material, and you could rip material out of that block and throw it at another one, and you only have so much material to work with, so it's kind of cool, it's kind of tense, and it makes you think. I really like it. I want to see if there's going to be one where we make like a whole platform out of that like exploding clay material or something. It'll be fun. Satisfying crunch stuff. Alright. Then you have to look for the hidden bananas, and they can be anywhere. This one was kind of a pretty classic one. You see the platform over there on the side, and we go and get it. We always do. Never leave any banana behind. You can probably like chunk surf down onto it and be a badass, but let's not risk that all the time. I will do that in the future probably. There we go. And I think I found the third banana really quickly. Cool. Go. So, I do think having this slow exploration chapter this early is probably for the best, so that you can backload the action a bit. And at this point, we'd had a few boss fights, and we have kind of figured out the plot a little bit, so just they gave us a moment to make sure we know all the controls now, so that we can go into harder levels going forward, which is nice. Though I do wish the game in general was a little harder. You will see later that we kind of tear through bosses like they're paper. And I wish the bosses were a little harder, but I know they want it to be accessible to everyone. But I heard, I don't want any spoilers, but I heard that way later things get harder, so we look forward to it.
Suits you.
Now this purple color, does anyone know Magilla Gorilla, or I don't know why, but I think he was purple back in the day. It just reminds me of Magilla Gorilla from like Cartoon Network days. We got a gorilla for sale. Magilla Gorilla for sale. But I'm starting to think he was purple. Why is that reminding me of him? I don't think he was purple, actually. So I kept doing the handy thing because like TK looks so creepy when he does that. He does that motion when you're about to do like a hand slap. If you just hold the slap, you'll just like walk around grinning all evilly like that, and it kept cracking me up, and I didn't know if I was gonna make a part out of this or not, so I was just kind of entertaining myself, and it was good. They call that material concrete, but it's like some kind of ornate old version of like Aztec concrete. I like the design on it. It's really cool. It's usually like related to some old Japanese pottery stuff, but I don't know that exact design, so it might be unique for this game. You saw what they did with that Fractone? They made that guy like a platform. These are like the most useful NPCs I've seen in a minute. They're friendly, they have all these different shapes, they can become different things. They're awesome. I love them. There were so many fossils here, but it's okay, because if you don't know where stuff is, you can just buy maps of bananas and fossil maps until it will just tell you on the map where everything is, which I really appreciate, because some of us don't have time for exploring. Some of us have to like record after work, and it's exhausting, and it's nice to just, you know what? I'll just pay for the maps. Just tell me where the stuff is. I have a schedule to keep. So this one, it was cool because This one is not a battle. It was like I thought challenges were through doors and the holes always led to battle, but this one led to kind of a unique downward challenge. Maybe it's a downward challenge, so they put it in one of the holes, or maybe they count taking out that one dude as battle. So they will have different kinds of battle. So I am looking forward to that. That's the first one that just wasn't like take out all the dudes in the arena, which is cool. I think I did it finally. Did I? Yep, I finally figured it out. Yeah. I should have maxed that out first, but the range that increases the echolocation is crazy. It's good stuff. All right, let's get out of here. I do like that she is beginning to enjoy being shot out of the barrel cannons, but I do worry that this child is just never going to be normal. She's never going to be normal after this. She's not going to be scared of anything. Been riding gorillas, shooting out of cannons, jumping down holes that appeared to be miles and miles deep with no bottom. This one was cool. It wasn't destroy a whole bunch of blocks, but it would just get to a block really quickly. I think they wanted me to chunk surf, but I did not. I just ran up to it. I feel bad. Look, I just now realized they totally intended me to chunk surf after that. I just rolled. I'm so happy that there's chunk surfing because I said it before, but I absolutely adored shield surfing in both Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. I did it so much more than riding horses. In the DLC, there were all these like challenges to go through the sand dunes, and I did that just by like running up dunes and going surfing down them, and it was so fun. Just put surfing in all the Nintendo games. I'm fine with that. I love surfing. It's fun. There you go. Every now and then they give us these little rooms with like multiple bosses they really want us to get to close. And it's good. I'm trying to see if the range is... I showed the range on this thing later because it showed banana... Even at just level 2, it showed a banana that was like... Yeah, like that, like stupidly far away. You saw how far away that banana is? I can't imagine how far level 3... Well, actually I know because at this point I've recorded several parts. Level 3 actually shows bananas from crazy far away, like way farther than like you think it will show you. And it's kind of a blessing and a curse because you see all the bananas around you and it stops your progress all the time because you gotta catch them all. You gotta catch them all. And you can see bananas for miles and you forget what you were doing and get all ADD mode and it's fun. But it's collecting things in a good way though. Saves a lot of time when you can just see where everything is. It's wonderful. This one was cool. Okay. So they kind of messed with physics here. This one was almost like a tech demo. Like they have the rolling spikes everywhere and you can mess with the terrain to alter their course. Or not, or protect yourself or cover yourself and get there somehow, some way. And the third banana in this level, I do not think I got it correctly. We'll see when we get there. You can tell me how you got that. What was the correct solution, but I did my own thing. And if what I did was the correct solution, I'm very surprised. But yeah, you can make holes to change the like course of like the little spike block. You can try and like chunk surf like just straight up through them. You can make little walls to send them off cliffs. It's a really cool little puzzle. Or you can just kind of try and jump over them, but they're giving you like the bomb clay, so they want you to do stuff. Look at that, that's cool. Now they're collecting the ball, and once they're enough are in the hole, they'll be able to pass over. But I like physics puzzles, and they're super popular now. I could do like a whole layer that just is filled with physics puzzles, and I think it'd be pretty tight. I don't know why turnips could be like gold or clay though. The rules of vegetables in this world are madness. I was trying to make a hole to blow them off the side, but I kind of just ended up making like a deep hole that did nothing and just made a whole mess of things. It's getting a bunch of them though, but we just kind of had to sneak over through the side there, trying not to take damage. I think eventually I just kind of went through. Yeah, I was like, why even bother? I love how it just gives you the option to do whatever you want. It's awesome. Did well here. And making so much of the environment breakable is, I tip my hat. That is very clever. That was a very clever design. We could have had just like another pretty Mario game, but I'm not gonna lie, like, I think I would have been happy, but not like crazy happy for that. A little Mario to out, so I'm happy that we're giving other characters a chance to shine.
Focus.
Maybe we get a Wario game. Okay, so I did this crazy wrong. So you break that concrete to get rid of the spike blocks, and then I think you're supposed to break the door behind the banana, but I missed. And there wasn't a lot of bomb block left. But then I noticed that with the mud, we can make stuff. And in the trailer, they used the mud to make a bridge, right? So I think you know where this is going. We'll speed up to that. So I like ran around for a while. I looked for other solutions and you couldn't get through the back, but the other banana was right on top. So I figured I'd grab that. And then I looked for some bomb clay stuff, couldn't really find it. Found a bunch of random gold here and there, and it was cool. Got the door from the back, which is clearly the exit. I was very frustrated. And then it was like, all right, we're going with the bridge technique. And I went and did it. Did it work though? I probably wouldn't be talking if it didn't work. I'd probably clip this out if it didn't work. But it only let me build the bridge to about that far, and then I guess it couldn't support it anymore structurally, which was unfortunate. But it is enough with a properly timed chunk jump. We're okay. We actually make those, which is nice. There we go. It's a good skill tree. I know I keep talking about it, but yeah. Everything on here is useful, and I don't think you need anything on here to beat the game, but it's good stuff. Alright, let's get out of here. Yeah, I think the huge glowing cracks was a sign of you're supposed to hit that dude, but whatever. I like our bridge better. Go mud bridge. Mud bridge for life. The mud is interesting. It's sloshy and gets in the way, and it's shiny and weird, and it's a nice obstacle. I guess it's the Donkey Kong Bananza version of rain in Breath of the Wild. It makes it difficult to climb. It's not nearly as annoying as rain in Breath of the Wild is, though, because you can kind of just scrape it off with stones. That's just a pretty design. It's also confusing because you couldn't leave the platform, but now we know. And they just kind of want you to punch up. And if we're taller, it makes it even easier. There were spikes falling through that, though, but you can do it so quickly that they're not really that much of a threat. I think that was supposed to be a lot harder than it was, but yay for Bonanza powers. And yeah, basically went through, cleared all the fossils out in that layer, and got all the colors, white, black, and stuff. And DK now looks like a Yeti. And that is cool. I don't know if any of you watched the old, crappy, musical DK CG cartoon, but there was a Yeti guy that was just white DK. I know it's not can't possibly be a reference to that, but It reminds me of that old show. That old show was wild though. DK was like super skinny, and he sung all the time, and they like worked at a factory, and they protected a crystal coconut. It was a weird show, but it was a good show. It has a fantastic opening. There was a fossil just on this guy, and I'm like, I was trying not to hurt him, but it's like they want you to destroy the fractones. It's like, it's fine, destroy the NPCs, we know you want to. If they didn't come back, like if this is a Yoko Taro game and the NPCs didn't come back, I would feel so bad. It's like, how badly do you want a new pair of pants? Are you willing to take out all of your friends for it? Yeah. But anyway, another challenge. That dude, one of those dudes also has like gold inside him. You can see like the shine gold dust spewing out of him. That's weird that the fractones just, I mean, I guess they're rock people, so they have stuff deposited in them, but it's weird that you could take it from them. So after doing this part, somebody sent me a clip of a game journalist failing this part really, really hard, and it made me laugh and feel less bad about my dumb mistakes. Because I think we all make dumb mistakes, but most of us don't document those mistakes in video. That's the only difference between me and you. I was dumb at first. I did try and walk on the freaking bramble bush thinking that there was something under it. There is not. They totally want you to super monkey ball it, which is fine. I can't, why, super monkey ball, why can't I quit you? There's always more of it. But it's a really cool challenge. Really scary if you get hurt. It's like thorny bushes and like steel parts with spikes on it. It's like, it's like a really pretty death trap. It's crazy. And once again, Pauline should be terrified. Yeah, the first time I flubbed it a lot, but no, that was not cool. It was not cool, Pauline, but like, in exploring so much, another good thing is you find a lot of treasure chests, and a lot of those treasure chests have balloons in them, so you will have a healthy stock of them. I suppose you could always go to one of the shops and just buy like 10 of them from the store, which is nice. They're a really nice thing to have, but in challenges like this where it's based on time, falling to your death might actually be nicer. Though, I guess the balloons stop you from losing gold when you die. Which is good. But eventually, you know, we got it. It took a couple tries. There's a... DK has a slight delay when he jumps. He has to like crouch down and then jump, so you have to like get that timing right so you don't slam the walls and get pushed back. I like this little deadly shortcuts on the side, by the way. It's a very classic, very Mario-like course. Like, I could see something like this being in Mario Galaxy, like, easily. There we go. By the way, you can fly and hit that cannon and not get your banana if you're not careful, which sucks. I tried to jump off because I realized there's a second platform there. Unlike in many Nintendo games, that means that if you get a good enough time, you get 2 prizes. I like that he's an exclamation mark. But as it is in games like Kirby, and I like that they just hid one back there in case you didn't look, but like in games like Kirby and the Forgotten Kingdom, they are very, very forgiving about you going back and trying again. And there's an NPC that's always there to be like, do you want to try it again for a better time? And they won't kill you or anything. They'll send you back to the start of the course. No harm, no foul. And I really appreciate quality of life like that. It's great. I don't know why he's shaped like Africa for some reason. Yeah. And of course, we went back. And in one try is how we're remembering it, we got the time we needed. It totally didn't take me like 6 tries because I kept falling off because of frustration. That's not what happened. It's not. At least we had some fun, you know, along the way, which is good. And it's a pretty forgiving time. Honestly, you just had to get above 20.
Incredible!
Don't patronize me, Polly. And there you go. You can get them both in the first try if you're good enough.
Aim.
Speedrunners. If you're even allowed to speedrun Nintendo games anymore, they're making the regulations all weird. Yeah, this is the, like, lazy, happy-go-lucky, explore at your own pace level with really slow, chill music. So, like I said, we're just knocking it out this part and moving on. I think at this point we had, like, basically all the... Yeah. They didn't really sell clothes here. They just sold the fur colors, and we got it all. And can move on. Now, that layer was done. I headed back up one last time to grab a few more fossils and clear out the store. This layer, back up by the lagoon stuff. And I honestly, like the, I really like the fractone layer, but the music makes me sleepy because it's so dang relaxing. Not that the lagoon one is bumping or anything, it's really chill in its own right, so... But it doesn't make me sleepy, though. It just makes me feel relaxed. There we go. I can't believe how easy it is to go in Bananza mode. I thought, like, the stipulations for it would be, like, way higher, but it's just, like, any minor amount of gold and you will have enough energy for the transformation. It's great. If you think about back in the Banjo-Kazooie days, how you had your, like, invincibility feathers and it was such a limited resource that you had, like, roughly 10 solid seconds of invincibility. That room was also filled with a bunch of, like, depth charges in water, and I assume, once again, that was a whole other trial challenge thing that we just ignored because we went in through the back. That is the glory of fantastic echolocation. By far the most useful thing in this game. Like, this game would be 3 points harder if you couldn't echolocate and see through walls. Can you imagine if you just had to just go through the rock randomly and look for this stuff? It'd be a nightmare. I am very looking forward to when you guys see what happens down in the canyon layer. It is pretty wild and it starts getting vastly more interesting. Not that it's not interesting now, but we're starting to get into like the meat of the game. This first part is very much kind of tutorial feely, you know? Like, we're gonna give you a nice safe place to explore, but you know, later feels like we're actually playing, you know, the game. Once again, I think they intended us to use, like, the, bomb clay, but Bonanza mode solves all problems. Just punch through the wall. And as you can see, we have cleared out a great deal. Not quite all of it, but most of it. And once we got enough, we were able to clear the stuff out. I will definitely go back off screen and get like anything that was missed at this point because I think you guys have seen enough. But the stores are as cleared out as they can be for the moment. And it's good.
Perfect.
Well, that's enough of me yammering at this point. That was the bananas and fossils and stuff we got. We got a bunch of cool colors and a bunch of cool clothes, and we'll have a good time. Last thing is photo mode. Instead of painstakingly going around and making thumbnails myself, I should probably just use the built-in photo mode because it's actually kind of nice. It has all the like PNGs of the logo you need. DK looks really derpy there for some reason. What's wrong with his face? Why does he look like that? I'm happy. Like, oh yeah, past me thought the same thing. Took the photo, but yeah, the photo mode is kind of cool. I mean, it's nothing special because like literally, I think every video game in the world now, like every new 3D game has to have a photo mode. You have to be able to take selfies and all that jazz. And the filters are there. There is one filter that's super cool. Not the zoom, not the crack, not the fisheye. They have there that silhouette that silhouette there is like the silhouette levels from like the Donkey Kong Returns series, and that's really cool. And like the oil painting one. So I'll have to play with some of those and have a good time. Be cool if you could actually play in that silhouette mode sometime. Anyway, that's enough from me. I'll see you guys next time for a real episode of Donkey Kong Bananza. Be well.